Eventually, I got her to a slightly less windswept spot, but before I could even drop to one knee, she had been a week saying our goodbyes to our friends in Darwin. And according to Leslie, I'd apparently been a bit quiet and acting a little bit strangely in the previous few days. As I dropped to one soggy knee and looked up at her, Leslie's tears started flooding, and they were not tears of joy. As I whipped out the less than $30,000 ring, slightly less, her expression thankfully began to change, not being the best proposal ever, but thankfully she said yes. But the biggest surprise to me that evening wasn't that she had accepted my proposal, but was what Leslie said immediately after she had regained her composure. Apparently, as I had led her away from the party, she had rather bizarrely worked out in her lady brain that since I'd been acting rather strangely around her in the last few days, and I'd been a little bit quiet and distant, that I was actually going to dump her. To this day, I still can't work out mind could have sorted that out. And now I can only assume that she said yes to my proposal because it was better than the dumping. Now, having painted such a beautiful picture of our engagement, Leslie would like to say a few words.
Hello.
Hello.
G'day. G'day. Okay, I'm not very good at doing this, so just bear with me. I would like to thank all of you lovely people for coming today. It's been an amazing day, and I wouldn't have wanted any of you to not be here. I'm just really sad that there are a few people that can't be here, like Nina, for example, obviously friends. But I know that they will be at home watching as we live stream it on YouTube. It's that. I want to say thank you to my beautiful bridesmaids who are waving.
We're heading to Australia! This is like massive for us!
I'd like to thank my 4 beautiful bridesmaids for being here for me. They all like to thank these 2 beautiful girls as well. To just being here for me, you all mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much. Of course, the other person that I really need to thank tonight, I need to tell him how much I love him and how much he means to me, because he knows. But thank you. Thank you for doing this for me tonight, Grandad. He's not my granddad. He's not my granddad, he's just Grandad. So let him give him, for giving me away. So thank you. I raise a toast for you. Okay, one other person that I need to thank. This person has been amazing. It's been quite stressful planning a wedding in Australia for England. It's also been quite stressful to get my dress the way that I wanted it, looking like this. And this one person that has been an absolute star in helping me sort my dress out is Trevor. If it hadn't have been for Trevor putting up with a neurotic person running into the house screaming, "Oh my God, I don't think this is right," and then kidnapping his wife for hours on end to go through various different materials, to keep going downstairs and trying the dress on, to making me cups of tea and coffee, I've had to have done it all on my own. So Trevor, thank you very much. And obviously, thank you, and Sue as well, because you two have been my sound about all of this. I know that neither of you totally agreed with my vision when I first had it, as I know quite a few of you didn't, but I think it's worked. So thank you both of you for being there for me. And now I'd love to hand you back to my beautiful husband. And I probably should say thank you to my for all the things he said about me.
These two suited my requirements. I'll explain shortly that I've chosen two completely different characters to manage to string together more than a few words without dropping the F-bomb. So children, if you hear any rude words, let us know. Now, I first met Stuart over 20 years ago when I started my career as a marine pilot at Port London. We didn't socialise much as we lived quite away from each other. I was usually doing all the work while he sat at home. I do getting lost in the Thames estuary and generally getting in everybody's way. I still remember hearing his cries of "full astern, Captain" to this day. Amusingly, his private car registration plate now spells half a stern. Myself up there a bit late. It was always "full astern, let go of the bank, half a stern." Now, Stuart left the Port of London in 2007 and moved with his family to Darwin. This was a big move, and I remember at the time being a little bit envious of the great new adventure he was starting. We kept in touch, and after a couple of years, another job came up in Darwin, took a job. I think it is fair to say that Leslie was surprised that after such a short time with me, I was suddenly proposing to move her out to Australia. But I did give her the final choice of whether we stayed in the UK or went to Oz. Those of you who know her will not be surprised that she never did make up her mind whether to go, even to this day. So she wanted us to be together, and before she'd made a decision, she found herself sitting on an aeroplane on her way to Darwin. Stuart and Karen were there to meet us as we arrived at Darwin, and that was the start of our own little life adventure and a friendship with the Proctor family that I know will last. And I'm forever grateful to Stuart for giving me the motivation to relocate and a kickstart to get me out there. In fun. Shortly after starting work at Darwin, next to duty, I was put in charge of all schools and ops. I was introduced to the lovely Gary, who was going to help me look after all the equipment. I think Gary will agree that when I started, I knew as much about oil spill as engagement rings. With Gary's help, I soon developed a rough idea of what was going on with the equipment, and we spent many a happy day together, sweating our balls off in 30+ degree temperatures, maintaining the equipment. I know there'll be a tear in Gary's eyes as he thinks back to those happy days we spent together in the oil spill shed and our romance blossomed. Now, I think it's fair to say that Gary is a little different, and I have never met anyone quite like him. He really does live in a town called Huntingdon. And I must admit, I was rather frightened of him at first. All of his stories revolved around guns, knives, engines and killing things. Rambo. Yeah, he was known as Rambo. Gary's wife Debbie worked in the HR department at Darwin. She seems surprisingly normal considering who she was married to. Yes? It is just in place. Now Debbie manages to sleep at night when at any moment Gary has a bad dream about big turtles. He didn't bring his bedtime knife with him tonight? Not good. Security alert at Brisbane Airport when he tried to take a throwing axe through to airport security. This wasn't an ordinary axe. It was not only specially balanced for throwing of e-bikes for close hand-to-hand combat, a very handy feature when on a domestic flight. Now, one evening, Leslie and I were invited over to Monkey Do for dinner, and scared as we were, hoping that we would not be shot, stabbed, or killed with Bradley's throwing axe during the evening. Now, Gary and Debbie, living what is known as Oz as Out Bush world, means on a large block of land that contains various creatures that also kill you. To say Leslie was a little worried about the possibility of being attacked by giant spiders would be an understatement here. And this wasn't helped by Gary having previously told us that on his property that Gary was not familiar with the term dogger and dogging as it's commonly used. And perhaps someone else on your table can think. Any tables need a bit of time for this? Well, Leslie proudly announcing that he had a license for it and had been doing it for years. There then followed awkward conduct and we learned that Debbie does not go dogging with him and that he actually gets paid for it. You can imagine our relief when we were finally given the explanation that dogging in Australia, though often involving vehicles and car parks, Now, as I mentioned previously, my two best men are very different characters. Gary is your typical Aussie crocodile Dundee, rough and for anything, and known in Australia as a latte-sipping oxygen. Always considered us Southern Englanders as soft girly types, living in A good example of the differences between them is evident in how they each go camping. A manly pastime, I am sure. And in Gary's case, I would agree. When Gary goes camping, all he needs to throw into the back of his ute is a piece of plastic sheet, plus of course a kit. But he was certainly well tooled up for the 3-inch tiddler that was his only catch. It didn't have a bloody chance. Stuart, on the other hand, needs to not only take his luxury air-conditioned 4-wheel drive private number plate, but he also needs to tow a full-size trailer behind him to accommodate all the other. Please go up and have a chat this evening and try not to be too scared by Gary. He's a really big teddy bear and I've been told he's unarmed tonight. Now finally, before I hand over to my best men, I would like to quash any further thoughts that I may be attacking. I'm therefore pleased to announce that there remains money behind the bar to pay for your drinks this evening. But when this £36.70 thank you, drink up and have a lovely evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Keith, I've got the honour of being Ian asking me to be one of the two best men. obviously we're going to introduce Gary as well. And I know some of you from Gravesend think you've come a long way. From down under, they've beaten you by about 12,000 miles. So Gary, he's a true blue Australian, and he's from the top end. So we may not be young, we may not be pretty, but we're here for one night only, so I suggest you make the most of it.
Good evening, everyone. As you know, Neil, I
Gave up a job for life in London to head down under for a new adventure. And Les has been along for the ride ever since. And as Ian has already said, Australia has more ways of killing you than anywhere else in the world. In fact, generally, if it moves, it'll either sting you, bite you, or it's either way it's likely to kill you. There's the crocs, sharks, snakes, and of course Les's favourites, the spiders. So I didn't think I'd bring her on this time, but she has been known to be actually cornered in the house by a spider, and she would ring around until the knight in shining armour came and rescued her. I think Alistair over there, you had to come and rescue her one day, didn't you? Yeah. So when I first met you, it was obviously, it was 28th of this year, I met you, and we were fresh-faced pilots, and it was a winter's evening.
But it's never fresh-faced.
And Ian was such a suave chap, he used to work in bonnet the works, and he always looked the part, and how times changed when he rocked up and down, and he had to look at the shorts, and his long socks will live with me forever. He didn't quite go for the sands, but it wasn't far off.
not the colleagues, I remember.
Yeah.
I've seen Ian perform on many jobs, and he always had his own way of doing things, and they weren't always successful. And one in particular job sticks in my mind, and it was on a ship called the Feeder Boss, which any of the pilots who ever had the misfortune to pilot her, will, the hairs on the back of their neck will certainly stand up. Ian was always known on the Thames as Captain Daylight, because he would never go out in the dark. And it just so happened this particular job was actually in the dark. So him being the senior pilot, he thought it would be a good idea for me to have a crack at it. And I'm pretty sure he didn't actually fancy doing it, and he was always wanting to shirk a job. So to say it didn't go quite according to plan, you remember it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think to this day it's probably the nearest we've actually come to sinking a ship. Yeah, we learned a lot that night.
I got there first.
And it was the side of the taxi driver who actually saw us approaching at the wrong angle and knocked, and then he got out of the car and actually legged it away from the wharf. So, yeah, we learned a lot from that.
Yeah, I was unaware that Stuart had a hand in living in my life. I had the privilege to meet Ian when I started working as a marine pilot, and to be tried to throw as many extra responsibilities at the pilots as they could. Like Ian said, lucky for me, most of the stuff already been covered. Anyway, after fierce competition and trying to be the best at fishing and golf, which both of us are shit. But at our age, happy to still be casting a line and whacking a ball. I've been from a remote suburb called Humpty Doo, and was quickly to identify that I lacked worldly experience and any social skills, and he himself to try and rectify this. We went to Melbourne for an oil spill conference, and there he said it's a formal dinner, so I needed to buy a suit. So I've never had a suit before, or had a clue how to do a tie. So he walked me through that, and we had a great time there. And then later that night, he actually took us to a band called Stereophonic, but apparently they're fairly large. We had a good night. It was in a big theatre. sort of jammed in there like sardines, didn't have a chance to move, needed to go to the toilet, and managed to anyway. And yeah, basically from that day forth, our romance no longer exists.
I found it interesting that Ian was sort of having a go at me for not being very outdoor. Now, Ian's ability in fishing is that you never caught anything. And as he puts it, there's a fine line between standing around looking like an idiot and fishing. All right. Have you ever caught anything? Have you ever caught anything? Once. Anyway, for those that don't know, Les was one of the elite band of taxi drivers employed to chauffeur the pilots around. And Ian had a particular nervousness about some drivers, and that he repeatedly asked for a certain female driver. We thought it might be due to his legendary ability for cross, that he was frightened of the dark on the nights on the Thanet Way. But no, as it happens, I think he was after more than just a ride home. We often wondered why he was used to be so good at getting to curiosity. It's true when you get to know someone when the times are tough. And myself and Ian had some particularly tough days when we first went to Australia, and it would have all been too easy to pack up and come home. Enthusiasm, and he has an enduring sense of humour, and the opposite piss taking. That got me through, and we've been good mates ever since. And it's a friendship I truly appreciate.
He's another year. I was also asking when he was going to make an honest woman of Leslie, and he was just smiling. Well, Leslie, it must have paid off. As I got a call from him one day asking me to meet him more, and I was intrigued to find out why. So sent off Les to go shopping, and as he's already said, basically, he said, look, we're going to go look for a ring. Full of pride, the guy I love, that said, we're looking for an engagement ring, so off I went. Went to the first school, said, look, looking for an engagement ring, money's not an option. So she took us over to a counter there and took out about 4 or 5 beautiful looking rings. And so the first one was brought out, and I'm looking at it thinking, that's really nice. And as Ian walks in behind me, the lady said, oh, this one's like $30,000. Right. He heard that. He went bright. No, he went pale, sorry. And we went to another jeweler shop and Marity and whatnot was sort of trying to teach me on.
I finished, but a few can't be here. So I did a bit of phoning around before we came back to the UK. And first stop was from Ian's boss, Bryce, in North Queensland Port, can you say, in Mackay. And went to see it. So much so that Bryce said, we've got 5?
Can we see them? Can we see them? Stand up, boys.
Can't stand up. All of the Mackay pilots, there you go. Pilots could possibly be thinking. They could have been in harbour cruise on a coal ship with the finest shipboard cuisine, and the happy couple could have arrived by helicopter or climbed up the side of a ship from the launch, calling it an adventure wedding. All the best for Bryce and the pilot crew in Mackay. I've actually got one here from for Les, actually. It's from a ring.
I don't think that.
Do you think I made it up? I did try, but he didn't reply. No, now I've got another one here. Ian and Les, so sorry that we are unable to share your big day. You're both treasured friends to us. Although it's the older, not necessarily the wiser half of the team that we've known for an eternity. From the Carnaby Street wardrobe sharing of the 80s to the enduring influence that had us follow him to it. You were both influential in our decision to reach an amazing host when we got there. Thank you so much, but we won't be moving to Mackay. We hope that you have a lovely, truly magical day, that the sun has shone and the band are sensational tonight. There'll be no more heroes living on a prayer as Harry hurries up down the pub in dry country. Much love, Ellie. I have Ian and Leslie to thank for my marriage and family. It all began when I was travelling seaman from Doha to Darwin on a livestock ship called the Ocean Swagman. Ian was the pilot that navigated me to shore. I think he could have done a better job, but who am I to judge? He essentially delivered me now to my lucky wife, and the rest is history. We remain good friends to this day and appreciate the wine he brings every time he comes for dinner. Sorry we couldn't be there, guys, and we hope you have a wonderful day full of friends. All our love, Ruin, Lou, Jory, and Amali. And there is just one last one. It's from a club that Ian used to frequent in Down. It was called Throb. And they've asked me to give you this especially for tonight.
Shall I open it later?
No, you can open it now. They say you can wear it on your next visit. Marriage is about better for better or for worse. Ian, you couldn't have done any better, and Leslie couldn't have done any worse. Ian leaves here with a beautiful bride and a partner for life. Les, you leave here with a nice dress and some flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, would you charge your glasses, raise a toast, to love, laughter, happy life, happy wife, to Ian and Les. Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Enjoy.